Hey, how you guys doing? This is Chris. I run an Instagram page called Akai MPC. I buy and I sell and service MPCs, specifically the 3000. I don't know why, but I seem to have a lot of those. I really like the machine. It's a solid machine. Probably the best built in my opinion. And you know, it's just beautiful. Everything, you know, the design, construction, workflow is pretty straightforward. So back in 2007, a guy by the name of Rohan Mansell came out with an upgrade for the software, and it was called Vailixi. And what he did was he built up 3.11, right, which was Roger Lynn software, and he added a couple extra features. The most important or the biggest improvement is the chop function of the Vailixi software. And I don't really see any videos on YouTube, so I decided I was going to make this chopping video to help some guys out. I sell a lot of these machines. I usually always put Vailixi software in there, and people don't really understand how to use it, especially if they're coming from a later MPC. So I wanted to put this together and show everybody, and hopefully help some guys out, and then maybe, you know, I get some customers along the way. And the best part about it is, you see this screen. This is my screen. I had this screen manufactured. I sell these on eBay. If you got a 3000, absolutely must have. If you've watched some of the other older 3000 YouTube tutorials, you can't even see what the guys are doing. This right here is a humongous upgrade. You know, the camera doesn't always capture it real well, but it's a real even, beautiful blue color. And, you know, you got to have it, especially if you got a 3000 or 62. The screen can be used in several machines. In fact, all the rack samplers as well. But, you know, I'll post some of that information in the comments if anybody's interested. So going back to the chopping, it's pretty easy to do. Like I said, a little bit different, especially from some of the later machines. So what we do is, I already recorded a sample. It's a 3-second sample. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to assign that sample to a pad. Go program, option 1, pad 1, put the sound in there. I'm going to go full level. Okay, and there's a sample, Billie Jean, right? Okay, now if I play that pad over and over, plays over itself, and it's annoying as hell. So what we're going to do is programs, option 2, go to mono, and now, okay, now it cuts itself off. Okay, so to chop, you go program, option 6, which is edit sound, and you can see the screen is split into 2 sections, right? The left side is sound parameters, right side is edit samples. Okay, it defaulted because the only sample I have in the machine is a Billie Jean sample, so it's titled Sound 15. It defaulted to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to truncate the air before the kick drum, and then we're going to truncate the end. So it's close to a perfect loop. I'm not going to get it perfect because, you know, this is just for training purposes. So you move over to the left side of the screen, and I don't exactly know where that kick drum is going to start. Right? Okay, so let's try 250. You could use your jog wheel. You could use close, right? Might be a little bit air, a little bit of air. Okay. Let's go 550. All right, that sounds pretty good. Okay, I think that sounds good enough right there. Okay, and then you go down to the bottom, and you know, I don't know where this is going to end. I'm just going to take a guess here, and let's do this. Okay, it sounds like be a little bit later on. Okay. We're going to go with that, right? It's not perfect, but you get the idea, okay? So you come down here to the right side. You go do and delete before soft start. Hit do. It's going to get rid of all that air that was in front of it. And you turn it one more time. Delete after soft end, okay? Boom. So now we have a sample that's, you know, 2 1/10 of a second long, almost 2 2/10, right? Those are just, this is just time is all it is. So 3 seconds, you know, 1/10, 2/10, so on, okay? And then, of course, you can fine-tune it even further than that. So now that we have that, we come to the right side because we have pretty close to a perfect loop. come down to the right side, and the first thing you want to do is you want to change X to zone. And then after that, you come down to do, and you want to change that to send. Now every time you hit do, it's going to default back to the previous setting, which copy zone, what does it say? Copy zone temp, right? So you got to come back every time manually and change send, and then hit do. So if you recall on some of the later MPCs, you know, it has a time counter just like this. The only difference is you have the wave parameter. But it's the same thing. If you got that machine, you go and take a look. What you're going to do is you're going to basically do the same thing that does. That auto chops, and we're going to kind of auto chop right now. So let's just say, I'm guessing the kick is at 250, somewhere around there. Okay. Play X. Okay. Sounds close enough for the purposes of this video, right? Okay, so we like that kick. Hit do, right? Boom. Now we're just going to take this and we're going to duplicate that same time distance over and over and over again. So I'm going to go 250, okay, to 500 now, right? And we're going to get a hi-hat right here. Okay. Got to come back down, hit send, hit do, okay? And then we're going to go 500 to 750. Okay. Got our snare. Come back down, hit send, do, okay? All right, and then last time 750. Okay, this time you got to change it to 1. Now you're at 1 second. Okay. All right, just another hi-hat. All right, send, do. All right, now we got 4 chops. You just made 4 chops right there, that fast. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna assign them to pads, and then you could play out. You know, recreate your own drum pattern, right? So we're gonna go programs, option 1. Okay, so pad 1 had the original sound. I'm going to change that to zone 15, and it's just called zones. Zone 16, all right, zone 17, and zone 18, right? That's it. And you could go back in there. You could go back in. So now you go programs option 6, and you want to tune this down, right? You want to fix this up a little bit. You know, it's got too much air in the beginning of it. See, now you can do that. You know, so you can see it says edit sound. The sound's playing with the pad. So you could edit if you want. You leave a lot of air in the beginning, depending on how you chop, and then you could always adjust it later on. And it gives you the freedom to do that now. And I believe you can also edit your sounds while the sequencer's playing, right? So if you chop a sample and you might not like the way it's laying in the sequence, you could go in there and you could do some of this stuff while the sequencer's playing. You could actually hear real time what your chops sound like. So that's basically it. I hope this helps some guys out. You know, if you guys have any questions, you can contact me. Like I said, my name is Chris. You can reach me at canamitmpcsales@gmail.com. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram at canamit_MPC. And like I said, I'll post those links for the LCD display. They're on YouTube. I'm sorry, excuse me, they're on eBay. And of course, you contact me direct and purchase direct through me with PayPal as well. So I hope this helps some guys out. And if you guys need anything, just give me a holler.